Okay, seems like we're live. And we're here. And hopefully this works. Hello. Hello everybody. We are live. We are live. Yeah. Yeah, we're live. Can I, now that I'm live on the tubes of the U, okay. Oh, no, it is not made for kids. Save. Cool. I was just updating my thumbnail onto YouTube because things change there. Inuyugi, hello, how you doing? Gina, hello to you as well. Hope everybody's doing well and having a really good day or night or whatever time it is for you. I started about half an hour late. I got home, I was cleaning up. We put up the Christmas tree, if you can see behind me. And I was cleaning up after the mess that we had left. I spent the whole day doing nothing. I worked a 2-week stretch, and so today was my first day off. I didn't do anything all day, and so I had to clean up afterwards. And that kind of set me behind. And then I got hungry. And this ain't no mukbang stream, so I decided that I was going to eat and then live stream. So I finished my oatmeal because I'm a big boy and had oatmeal. And now I am here. Hello, Pretzel. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. But I am doing really well. We're here. We're going to play some more Resident Evil, which I'm really excited for. Little bit rusty still. We're still not doing well. And oh, man, my stream really still seems to be struggling, and I don't know why. Okay, how do I go to like my live? I want to see myself live, but how do I do that? We both worked in healthcare. I was in school to be a nurse. I was almost done being a nurse, and then it didn't work. Gina, it's brown on your eyes, on your side. I'm trying to figure out if I can like see my stream. I'm trying to find my stream. Can I watch it? Can I like, how do I, okay, let's just go to YouTube then. Let's just go to YouTube, see if that fixes it. You're good? Oh no, wait, that's, okay, hold on. Let's just go to YouTube. Okay, no, I'm working. I can see myself. Gina, I'm assuming you can at least hear me. If you can hear me, is it dark as in like the video just looks dark, or do you mean dark as in like you can't see anything? Because I'm using Restream, and it seems to be a little bit finicky with other people. I want to see how long my delay is, too. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With other people. I want to see how long my delay is, too. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's only a few seconds. It's not too bad. This isn't Pokemon. Falcon, how you doing, man? How are you? How are things? How's life? I hope you're doing well. Okay, just making sure. Now you had me all confused. I was like, oh, did I put the wrong game again? Like always? Gina, have you tried reloading? Because I can see everything, and I've checked both YouTube and Twitch, and everything seems to be fine. Maybe it's like a server issue on your side, like closer to you there's an issue with the way it loaded, maybe? I don't know. Falcon, things are going well. Life has been really busy. Had a huge like headache with cars. Funny enough, I had a whole bunch of things happen with my cars. You might have seen the TikToks and stuff, but funny enough, I ended up buying a Lancer, and the gas thing wasn't opening, and I was YouTubing how to fix it, and your video popped up on how to fix it. So that was funny. I don't have the Lancer anymore though. Had to get rid of it, but just a small world thing. We're all good, Pretzel. We're all good. My brother is working. It is my first day off. He is now my boss. He bought I'm glad I could be of some assistance. It was just so funny that I was like looking up on how to fix it, and then you had a video, and I was like, oh, there it is. That's how you fix it. Pretzel, I'm doing well. My brother's doing well. He's now my boss. He opened a business, and I got tired of working in healthcare. with everything that's been going on in the world and the way my government has been cutting back on healthcare, trying to force everybody to accept the American style of healthcare, they started treating us really badly. A lot of abuse, a lot of us just left hanging, no raises. And so it was a lot to deal with, and the pay just wasn't good. I was barely making more than what somebody that was working at McDonald's was making. Not that those jobs aren't important, but you know, when I went to school and I have training and I'm dealing with people's lives, you would think I'd make more than somebody who's making a hamburger. So if I was going to deal with all that stress, I'm just going to go make burgers, was my thought. Obviously I didn't want to make burgers because I didn't want to get a pay cut, but I wasn't going to deal with all the stress for the little bit of extra money I was making. But my brother opened a business, so I started working for him, and now I make a lot more money, and I don't have to worry about the stress. I mean, the stress of like having them complain if something goes wrong, but I work by myself. I don't have to deal with, you know, garbage from higher ups. I don't have to deal with people abusing me while I was working. That was fun. That was fun. Most of the world heard about the whole trucker convoy thing that happened here in Canada. And one of the protests was literally in the area that I worked. Like I just had to turn right on one street and I was at the border. And there was a protest there and I got yelled at and screamed at and, you know, just a bunch of stuff that was frustrating to deal with. And then my clients, some of them were convoy supporters, and dealing with their abuse for the money I was making wasn't worth it. So I ended up quitting. Now we're doing much better. My brother's doing really well. He's still stressed out because, you know, it's a new business and a lot of stress comes with that, but he's doing really well too. He hasn't been able to stream really, now that he doesn't have time. But he's happy. He started a contracting business. So I'm a subcontractor. He's a contractor. And we do a lot of like industrial maintenance and stuff. Gina, I hope it worked. I can't tell, but I hope it worked. He works with ghosts. I don't work with any ghosts, thankfully. Although I do work with drunk people. Well, I don't. Alana was covering for me the one day, and she called me in a huge panic that somebody had passed out in the bathroom. It was a grocery store and somebody had passed out in the bathroom and she was alone. And she opened the door and freaked out when she found somebody and called the police, and the police had to show up. And of course, because police officers, you know, are the most responsible citizens, please don't hate me. I have the Toronto police actually following me on TikTok, but the police officers came and told us that they called and they got the security cameras checked out and the guy had left and everything's okay. And then the owner of the store showed up and he's like, no, it's closed circuit. Nobody has access to it but me. And that office is locked. So they couldn't get in there because you don't have keys and the police certainly don't have keys. So the police flat out told us that everything was fine, that they had checked the security and he was gone, even though they didn't. And even when the owner checked the video camera, he's like, yeah, they walked around a little bit, but then they left. They didn't really check the whole store or anything. So that was fun to find out that the police didn't really care that some drunk guy was in the store. But outside of that, it was cool. But no ghosts for me. No ghosts for me. Only ghosts for my brother. Thank goodness. I couldn't deal with ghosts. Swag Bucks, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. So we're going to continue with Resident Evil. We're playing Resident Evil 2. We're doing it on hardcore mode. We've played a couple of nights in a row, and most of the time I end up talking for like an hour before the stream starts. I'm not going to do that tonight because I did start late, and I would like to just get started. So we're going to start in just a second. Although I do want to make a quick like story TikTok just to kind of, you know, do the thing, but we're not allowed to promote other platforms when you're on TikTok. So what I'm gonna do is a quick TikTok. Y'all are gonna get to watch me make a TikTok for myself. Okay, what am I trying to do? I don't know what I'm trying to do. Okay, so hey, so I'm like hanging out, you know, in front of my microphone and my computer happens to be on. But like I'm not live on TikTok. But you know, like if you come hang out, there might be places that you might see me if you kind of recognize what this looks like, and this one over here. Actually, no, I'm gonna redo that because I don't want to end up giving away information. I went to like my dashboard and I don't know if there's any info in there that I need to keep private. So we're gonna not do that part. We're gonna do this part. Okay. Can't really say where I am because, you know, I'm just hanging out by my computer. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm just hanging out at my computer while it's on with my microphone. So yeah. Okay, cool. It's on. I just don't want, because so if y'all don't use TikTok, some people that follow me streaming wise that don't use TikTok, TikTok's algorithm is very, very, very uptight. And if you just like mention follow me or you know, look for my links or whatever, or you mention Twitch or YouTube, they suppress the video quite heavily. And so it's really hard to kind of let people know you're live somewhere else. So I'm trying my best to like let them know I'm live somewhere without actually saying I'm live somewhere, if you know what I mean. Let me just find like a song. What song can I use? Okay, that's really loud. Let's turn that on. Okay, cool. We're just gonna post that to my story so that way it disappears after 24 hours. Oh, okay. Sorry for the distraction. I wasn't reading chat. I am now. Why am I playing with? Because those aren't ghosts. Those are zombies. They're very different. They're very, very different. All right, Falcon, buenas noches. Hope you sleep well and get lots of rest. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for popping in, man. I'm sorry it's so late. It really sucks that I have to stream so late, but have yourself a good night. Hyper, how you doing? Welcome. Hope you are doing well. Hope life is treating you well and that everything is nice and dandy. Yeah, I don't really have any other news. I did mention this on my TikTok live yesterday. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, you should, because I do go live there a couple of times a week. I am hoping to be live there again on Friday, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. Either tomorrow or Friday, I'll be live on TikTok. We are playing Dark Souls right now. We're doing a 1-stat challenge. I'm doing it by myself, no co-op anymore, which sucks because I miss playing with my brother, but it makes it much more challenging, which is nice. I am Pretzel. I am in Canada. Being at work sucks. I'm supposed to be, well, no, I'm not supposed to be at work because it's my day off. I just finished a 2-week stint, which really sucked. That meant I missed a whole bunch of streams last week, which is really frustrating. And next week's going to be kind of messy too. So this is what I was getting at. I mentioned this on TikTok. Next week is going to be rough for streams because, if you don't know, if you don't follow me on TikTok, I have a decent sized following on TikTok. And because of that, I get to meet and collaborate with a bunch of different companies. And I am collaborating with a company, which is something I've been looking into for a while. It's not about gaming at all. It's not really dedicated to most of my viewers because I think my viewer average is like 25 years old. Some 25-year-olds might be interested, but not very many. But it is a hair system company. AKA they make wigs, toupees, if you want to call them that. And they sent me one. You can't really see it because it's blurry, but right there, that black box is what they sent me. And so next week on Tuesday, I am heading out to Toronto, which is like a 2-hour drive from here, to a specialty salon, and I get like the whole VIP treatment. I get to go to like a private room, and they're gonna cut my hair. They're gonna put that on, they're gonna cut it and blend it and all this stuff, and I'm gonna kind of make a video to bring everybody along with it over on YouTube. I'm gonna make a video for TikTok, obviously. So what I'm getting at is it's gonna mess with my schedule quite a bit because Tuesday I'm gonna be gone all day, and then I work in the evening, so definitely no stream on Tuesday. Wednesday I may be completely dead tired because I'm gonna be out all day. It's a 2-hour process, plus the 2-hour drive there, plus the 2-hour drive back. I'm gone for 6 hours just for that, and then I work at night. So I'm hoping to stream on TikTok on Wednesday. Can't make any promises. And then Thursday night, I have to go to the doctor's because I'm getting a heart monitor put on. I'm getting an ECG done. I have to get an X-ray on my hip. So I'm going to be very, very busy Thursday. I'm hoping that I will be able to stream. I don't know how tired I'm going to be, but I'm going to aim for streaming on Thursday here again at around this time. And then at the end of the week, I should be okay for like a Friday stream. Oh yeah, tomorrow is Friday. I'm thinking tomorrow is like Thursday, but tomorrow's Friday. I'm thinking I'll be able to do a TikTok stream on Friday. And yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting. But yes, be prepared to see me with hair. It's going to be really weird. I've never done this, but I've looked into it quite a bit. It's going to be a very sudden change. And the thing is, for me, it's not going to be weird because I had hair most of my life, believe it or not. And I actually used to wear my hair fairly long. I was very, very much into taking care of myself when I was younger, and I had quite a bit of hair. The problem being, I started losing my hair. And by the time I started streaming, my hair was already pretty thin. And so I didn't really go on camera with hair anymore because I was already losing it at that point. I already kept it pretty short at that point. I don't think I have a picture of it anymore. I think I got rid of the picture. I had a picture. Did I keep it? Did I keep what I used to look like? No, I think I deleted it. Looks like I may have deleted it, but I used to have like, not long hair like down to my shoulders or anything, but it was like, you know, a medium length, I guess. Like if I pulled the hair down, it would be like down to my lip. I could pretty much put it in my mouth. And now I have no hair. So it's going to be a very big change that I go from like no hair to hair. It's going to be a big adjustment period for me, but I think it's going to be interesting. I'm curious to try it, and it's a whole year deal. So I'm going to be doing this for a while. I'm going to be doing this for a while. It's going to be something that I'm going to do multiple times because they're going to send me multiple wigs throughout the year. And, you know, if I hate it, if I absolutely hate it, the only thing I have to do my part of the deal is get the hair put on, do a video for them. And that's it. So if I get 3 or 4 wigs throughout the year, I can do it 3 or 4 times and just not wear them because I don't like them. I can literally just shave my head right afterwards and take it off and good to go. But we'll see. You're about to go bald again? See, and I don't mind the bald thing. It's just, it ages you quite a bit, right? And like, I'm not young, but it makes you look older than you are. And it's got to be maintained all the time. And if I'm not shaving my head every couple of days, it starts to grow in, and then that makes it look worse. And the problem is that I have very sensitive skin, and so when I shave, I end up getting a whole bunch of ingrown hairs, which become very painful. And I have sleep apnea, so I wear a mask to sleep, and the mask straps around the back of my head, and that's where I get all the ingrown hairs. And so it's swollen, it's painful, and then that mask is pulling on the back of my head, which is making the pain way worse at night, which means I don't sleep very well. And so I've been wanting to do this for a while. I want to get back into acting again, not professionally, not even pursuing it professionally. I want to just kind of do like community theater, just like basic stuff, just to get on stage and have fun again. And having some hair would make things a little bit easier, more confident. I just did an audition. If you guys follow me on TikTok, you may have seen, I did an audition a couple weeks ago now. 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I did an audition, and the director loved me. As soon as he saw my name, he wanted me as the lead role. He told me right away, he's like, I'm doing this because it's a must, it's a technicality. I can't just give you the role without auditioning. He goes, but I want you. So I did the audition and everything, and then he goes, okay, I'm gonna give you the script when you come back at the callback. I'll get you to read with some of the girls because there's a couple of girls I'm looking at, and I wanna see what your chemistry's like. So I'm like, okay, cool. I go to the callback, and I have to spend the whole night there. Which really sucked because it was supposed to be like an hour and I was out, and I was there for 4 hours. And the reason I was there for 4 hours is because the 2 girls he was looking at, one of them dropped out, and the one that dropped out was 26, I think is what he said. I'm 36. In the show, my character is supposed to be quite a bit older than her, and he's been lying to her about his age, and then she finds out halfway through the play, which is kind of a big thing in the play. But she dropped out. And the only other girl that was available was 19. 26 to 36, at least it's believable. She's a grown woman and I am an adult, so it could work. 19 to 36, this was a child. And I don't look like a young 36. I look my age. But being bald makes me look a lot older. The guy who got the role because they couldn't match me with her was only a couple years younger than me, but he looked a lot younger than me. So if I had hair, I would have looked a lot younger, and potentially could have gotten the role. I don't know. But either way, it's that my hair ages me, which then really plays against me when it comes to roles. Because once you reach about 40 to about 50, you're in that in-between age. You're too old to play the romantic lead, but you're too young to play the father. And so if I could kind of make myself look younger for a while, it would be beneficial, if you know what I mean. So you can hear me on the phone, but you can see me on TV. I'm like surround sound. The job you're getting might get you through Canada. I'm really wanting to become a truck driver. I've seen the pros and cons. Yeah. Yeah, that's hard, Pretzel. Being a truck driver is rough. It's rough because you are away for a really long time. It can be very lonely. It can be very exhausting. The pressure put on truck drivers to actually meet deadlines, especially when things are out of their control. Like today, we had a huge, in the morning, there was a ton of ice. It was supposed to be a huge snowstorm. It basically turned into just ice. And there's a big bridge that goes over the Niagara River, and the truck, there was a truck, it was all over the news, that stopped at the top of the hill and then just started sliding down. Luckily, there was nobody in front of him, but he couldn't stop. And the truck just slowly skated all the way down. So now this delays everybody else. So imagine a bunch of stuff like that happens, and now you're delayed by 4 or 5 hours, and it's your butt on the line. So you have to risk yourself to kind of push to go faster and all that. So truck driving can definitely be hard. It can be very rewarding. I've seen truck drivers make some really good money. I'm sure you've seen all the pros and cons. I could never do it. Ah! Ginger Gamer with the scare. Ginger Gamer with the scare. Whew, how you doing, man? How's life? How are things? Preston, hello. I'm nervous, Preston. I'm nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. How you've missed that? Thank goodness I wasn't drinking anything. Moon Kitty, hello. Nice to see you. Things are great. Nice, man. Nice. But yeah, Preston, I'm nervous. Only because I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how terrible or how good it's going to be. I know this company works specifically with this salon that I'm going to. And the owner is going to be working on me. So I'm hoping it's going to be very, very, very well done. I've stopped shaving my head, so I have hair that they can work with. Not a bunch of hair, but they should be able to blend something. I think my biggest worry is just that they're going to cut it in a way that either A, makes it look very obvious that it's fake, or B, just will not suit me, and will make it look obvious that it's fake, if you know what I mean. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. And I'm hoping that it'll be worthwhile, you know? But we'll see. I'm excited. And it's going to be an interesting thing. I think the thing that I'm most nervous about is seeing my mom, because my mom is not very nice when it comes to physical comments. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have any tact when it comes to speaking to somebody about the way they look. So like, Nora went through a growth spurt. She was always very, very underweight because she refused to eat. And she went through a growth spurt and gained some weight. Now she's the regular size of regular kids. And my mom's response is, "Oh my God, you've gotten so fat." Except she's just the regular size. She's just always been very, very underweight. So she looks chubby because she's never been a regular size. And same with me. Multiple times she told me how fat I was. And so it's like, I'm really, really nervous to see her and have her laugh at me for the hair. I think that's the thing I'm most nervous about. I'm as ready as I can be to get all the hate comments and the bullying comments and the guys saying that I just need to be confident and just shave it off and don't worry about it and blah, blah, blah. Guys with full heads of hair that never have to worry about losing their hair, who always say just don't worry about it. I'm as prepared as I can be for that. But my mom, I think, is what I'm most worried about. You'll donate the hair who's going bald. The jump scares. You'll throw hands. I'm prepared for it. You know what I mean? It's kind of that thing where it's still something that people don't fully understand. Like, even for me, when I think of wigs, for men especially, toupees, you literally think of the rug that sits on top of the head, and that when the wind blows, it pops up, and you laugh at them because it looks like a rug on their head. But they've come a really long way, and there are the reason I started looking into it, there are some people that have them that I was blown away to see them when they took it off. because I had no idea that they had them. There's the other side of the sword as well, where like some of the guys who wear them are the guys that overdo everything. Like they got the fake tan, their eyebrows are way too perfect, they've got the filler, and so like they look very artificial, so then that makes the hair look even more artificial. So I'm hoping to be kind of part of the group that makes you see that like regular guys can pull this off and have a little bit of that extra confidence back. That's kind of what I'm going for. Mr. FOV, how you doing? No worries, man. Get your rest. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. I'll still throw hands. City Wolf, hello. Nice to see you. 9 a.m. Dude, get some rest. You're gonna be fine. I know you're gonna be nervous. It's gonna be very hard to kind of deal with, if you know what I mean. Oh, dang it. It's gonna be hard to deal with, but like to process it before you get your surgery done. But you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. And then you're gonna feel like you fell asleep and you woke up and then it's over. And then you'll be good. So yes, that is everything. There's no other news, really. Life is pretty quiet right now, which is nice. I hope everybody is ready for Christmas. We put our Christmas tree up. I hope everybody else is ready for Christmas and that you are enjoying the season. It doesn't feel like Christmas to me, but I think it's because I sleep most of the day. So I haven't felt it. But yeah, let's get started on some Resident Evil. Let's get scared. Let's freak out. And oh, I haven't even started the game. Maybe I should start the game before I actually promise that I'm going to play the game. I got to put it on full screen. I forgot. Oh, man. Okay. Oh my God. And I'm really thankful in other news that I didn't stream very much last week because I got the most gnarly acne breakout, and it turned into an infection, and it was horrendous to deal with, especially because I'm on camera all the time. It's hard. I already get picked on for my acne, but that was like the worst breakout I've had in a really long time. So I have this scar that you can see. I can't see it because I'm delayed and I have the screen on. But I have a scar here, and I've had that since I was like 14, 15 years old. It was never as bad. As I've gotten older, it's been more red. But I ended up with another pimple on this side. You can still kind of see it. It's still there. And then that one got really big and swollen. It was starting to look like the scar, but as a fresh pimple, and it was really painful. And then it started to bleed, and it was like bleeding profusely. So then it ended up scabbing over. So then it made it more obvious because it's a big scab on my nose. And then all these little whiteheads appeared on my nose. Like I'm talking like 8 or 9 of them all around the big one. And then they would pop and bleed, and then more would pop up. So I ended up with like 15 different pimples on my face. Half of them were going white, half of them were bleeding. My whole nose was just swollen. Like it looked like somebody had taken like a cherry and put it on top of my nose. And then covered it in pimples. It was so bad and it was so painful. I'm so glad I didn't have to stream because that would have been horrible having to be on camera with all that on my nose. But I finally got it off. It was really, really painful for a few days, and then it like scabbed over, and then it looked like it was peeling. So then I peeled all the skin off, and then all the fresh skin was there and everything else was gone. Thank goodness. But I am getting acne treatment. The dermatologist thinks it's rosacea. So I'm getting acne treatment. It's just been a rough ride because it's a slow process, and because I haven't been fully shaving, the hair also irritates my skin. So I've got a bit of a breakout here from the facial hair. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm hoping that with the hair and some acne treatment, I'll be feeling a little bit more confident. But anyways, yes, I think we're good. Let's hope everything is working the way it should. Wait, I can't see the alert. I can't see the alert. The game froze. Hyper, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate that. Hair Pog. I can see it now.
Hair Pog.
There it is. Oh, it could talk to me. I could just be patient and it would talk to me. That would have made life easier. Okay. There we go. The game was frozen. It wasn't letting me turn up the volume. Think we're okay. No, I don't think you can hear it, can you? Can you hear it? Broadcast chat. Yeah, it's there. Okay, it's just really, really quiet. It's just rain sounds, so it's pretty quiet. Where's my restream chat? I gotta make sure I can see my restream chat. Can I pop this out somehow? Oh, wait, I have a restream app, don't I? Restream chat. There it is. I forgot I had this. I'm not used to multi-streaming. It's a really big learning curve for me because I'm used to just being on one platform. Being on multiple platforms is a little bit rough for me. But okay, we're live. The chat's going, I think. The chat's really, the rain's really quiet. Like, you should be able to hear it there, right? I just have it turned down because the rain is supposed to be very, very quiet. And then when you shoot a gun, it comes out really loud. I don't want to burst my eardrums with the rain freaking out. I don't want the rain to like totally destroy me. So I'm going to set it more once we're in the game. So we've been playing for a few nights and hopefully it will do what we need. Oh, the game isn't showing. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Gameplay. There it is. Now it's showing. Okay, so we've got that. I'm considering turning off some lights. Maybe I'll do that. I like it when it's darker. It makes it feel spookier. Wait, we need the spoops. Okay, I think that's pretty good lighting-wise. You can see me. You can see me. That's what matters. Nice, Moon Kitty. Don't stay up super late because of me. Sleep is very important. If I could sleep, I'd be sleeping. But I work night shift. I don't sleep at night anymore. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do this. I don't remember what we were actually doing in the game, so it's going to be a little bit of a let's figure it out. So I bought my car. Totally different subject. I bought my car about 2 months ago now, and yeah, it's pretty quiet. I bought my car about 2 months ago, and the salesman, as like a thank you gift for buying the car, gave me a 12-pack of beer. And I don't drink, not very often anyway, and I really don't drink beer very often. But I am so impressed by these beers. I'm very confused as to why I like these beers so much. Like, they have the bitter beer flavor, but they don't have that, like, overpowering bitter flavor. I'm really surprised. And so he gave me a little cooler and everything. Apparently he's got a deal with the guy who makes the beer. He's got his own little like a bar where they make the beer, where they brew, and he made a deal with him and he gives away the beer. It's really good. It's really, really good. Your meds are kicking in. Oh, don't fight the meds. I hate it. I take melatonin at night to help me sleep, or when I go to bed to help me sleep. And if I don't fall asleep during that window, I'm done. I'm up again. It really sucks. All right, Hyper, have yourself a good night. Thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. I'll try not to get scared. I'll try not to get scared. You're going to come say hi? Well, hello. Hello, Yuki. Hope your match goes well. Hope you don't get killed. Or if you're the killer, I hope you kill everybody. Okay, let's do this. Story. Continue. You take melatonin as well. Yeah, if I don't go to sleep right in that window, like, you know, about 10 minutes after you take it, you start feeling that drowsy feeling, and it lasts for like 15 minutes and then it's over. If I don't let myself fall asleep in those 15 minutes, that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to sleep for the rest of the night, and it really sucks. Okay, so we've got a key. We've got a key. And we've got a lion medallion. So we can get rid of this pretty early on. We do have health. Okay. Okay, we've got one. I don't want to have to do the other ones. Let me open up my YouTube just to... Oh. That was the other thing I wanted to do. Hold on, one more thing before we get started. I'm sorry, I'm delaying the start. Not because I'm scared. I promise it's not because I'm scared, even though I'm terrified. The mute button for my first one. I want that to mute. No. Okay, I want that to mute to headphones. Oh, okay. This is all the way up. Let's change this to microphone. And now mute that to my headphones. So now, hopefully, now you can still, okay, you can still hear me. I don't hear myself because that's one of the things, if you don't know, I use my Go XLR to play, but one of the things that I hate when I'm playing a scary game is hearing my own voice. I like it for streaming because it lets you know if you're heard okay, if you're near the microphone or not. But I hate it when I'm playing scary games because it kind of pulls you out. I really want to feel immersed in what's happening in the game, but by having the mute button or by having my microphone play in my ears, it kind of pulls me out. So having it do this is makes it a little bit more immersive because now it's just the game. I don't hear my room anymore. Princess Bride is great. Hyper. I'm gonna speak very quietly, and then that way when I get jump scared and scream, it won't be relaxing at all and you won't be expecting it. Then you'll really get scared and it'll be hilarious. It'll be hysterical. But yeah, Princess Bride is great. I haven't watched it in a while, but Princess Bride is a great movie. It's a classic. Have I seen any movies recently, though? How was Avatar? I wanna watch the Avatar. I haven't seen anything really. I haven't had a lot of time to watch movies, so haven't really watched anything. I've never been much of a movie watcher anyway, so I haven't really watched. I thought I blew his head off. I guess not. Okay, so this is the office that we went to earlier. We don't need this right now. But yeah, I haven't really watched any movies. I'm not a big movie watcher. What I have been watching is Lost, that old show from like 2004 or whatever it is. Been watching that again. I was considering making a TikTok about this actually. I'm very torn with that show. I loved it when it first aired, and I watched it all. And even though it got really weird about like season 3, I still really loved it. But Evangeline Lilly, who plays Kate in that show, she's supposed to be adorable and lovable, and like you're supposed to, as the viewer, fall in love with her and kind of like want her love story to work out. But oh crap, there's a zombie there. You're supposed to love her and she's supposed to be likable, but she's an anti-vax nut, and so like the real life version has now tainted my view of the character. And so like it's really hard to fall in love with the character when I know just how absolutely crazy the actress is. And so like I don't see it as cute and endearing, instead I see it as really irritating. So I'm so torn about that show now. You don't like playing them, but you like watching people play them? Uzumaki? I haven't really read manga before. Or manga. Yeah, do you think it's a good follow-up to the original? Or do you think it was one of those movies where it's like, they shouldn't have done it?
Damn it!
Oh, there's a lot of zombies. No, I'm gonna die. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, there's way too many of them. Let's not die. Okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. I feel like I wasted the wood boards on that window now. Okay, let's go. Ah, man. This is where I stink at this game. I don't know what I'm supposed to actually be doing. That's a safety deposit. We don't need that. Floor 2. So that's where the explosion happened. There's a red book there. Okay, let's go there. John, how you doing? I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. Death is bad for your health. 9 out of 10 doctors agree that death is bad for your health. Weird. That sounds cool. That reminds me of that one anime. What's it called? Another, I think is what it's called. About a bunch of school kids, and it's like a brand new girl at school and nobody likes her. Does that make sense? Have you heard of that show? I've been playing Resident Evil 4 in VR, but I've been playing Resident Evil 4 and it has given me some bad habits. It's given me some really bad habits. Like, I want Leon to come up and spin kick them in the face, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? From Resident Evil 4, you know how you can, like, spin kick them? That's okay, Moon Kitty. I'm sure there's a lot more to it than what you're explaining. Because it's like regular books versus the movie. They always miss huge chunks because it's hard to, like, whittle it down to one. Dude, stop stumbling. Let me shoot you in the face. He can't exit, but now, like, he's in my way and I'm wasting all my bullets. You're really loving it? I used to, I beat it when it first came out, and then I played it on stream right before I stopped streaming. And, I got stuck, which is why I stopped playing it. There's a part where you, like, battle these guys, and I saved right before the fight, but I had no more ammo. Well, I had some ammo, but not enough. And I had, only, like, 1 health or no more health. And I was stuck, and I couldn't beat it. And so I ended up quitting. It was right around when I stopped streaming in total. And so I ended up never beating it. And I beat it in VR. It's so fun in VR. That's a really fun game to play in VR. Oh, this is where I need the red book. This is where we need the red book. It's a movie, but it has a movie, but it's only in Japanese. Isn't that always the way? They make these really great movies based on, like, manga or on anime, and it's only ever done in Japan, so you just don't get to ever see it in English. And if you do see it, like, if they take the idea and make an American movie, it's never as good because they cut a bunch of corners and they just don't understand the spirit behind it. You know what I mean? I should play straight. I want to. I don't have the money, but I want to eventually. First is Elden Ring. Elden Ring's on the docket. But yeah, they always miss the spirit. I saw this great video where somebody was explaining why when Americans make movies with martial arts, it doesn't feel as impressive as when Japanese people make movies with martial arts. And it was down to the way they film it. And what they said in particular was, okay, hold on, no, the red book is upstairs in that stupid room. What they ended up saying is the way that it's filmed, it's paced differently. American movies concentrate on showing you the action and the reaction. And so they cut a lot during action scenes. So you see the actor like going to punch, and then it cuts away to see the actor that got punched fly away or react or whatever. Or like when they kick something, they show the actor kicking it, and then they change the scene so you can see it breaking into a million pieces. Whereas more Chinese and Japanese films, when they have martial arts, they do it in all one continuous scene. And so they film all the action choreographed nonstop. And then when they have a moment where like the actor does a spin kick and breaks something, you see the whole spin kick and the break in one take instead of them switching camera angles. And then they switch the camera angle and show you. Or Jackie Chan, for example, you see him do the same stunt and then they show the exact same stunt in one angle, then they rewind and do the stunt again in a different angle and rewind and do it in a different angle. So it's like an instant replay within the movie, but it allows you to take in the whole movement. So it's like American directors miss the whole energy behind Asian movies, even though they're doing the same theme and they might have all Asian actors who are all martial artists, but the feel isn't there. And so I feel it's the same when it comes to like manga or anime. When they remake it or when they do an American adaptation, it just never feels right. Even though it could be very high quality, it's just missing that energy behind it. And it's almost like they just don't get it. It's like when I watch Americans or Canadians play Latin music. There are a lot of American musicians that can play Latin music very well, but there are many more American musicians that when they play Latin music, it feels stiff and stilted, and there's no real way to explain it except for they don't have that Latin groove. Very good musicians can do it and they do it fine, but other musicians, it's kind of like something just feels slightly off. Like Power Rangers, yeah. They are. Gina, and that's the key, is they make their movies in a way where it's real martial artists performing real martial arts, and they do that here too. Like when you get people that do martial arts, what's his name? Keanu Reeves, when he did The Matrix, and he's in that room learning his martial arts, they spent months choreographing that, and they learned how to do it. And I'm pretty sure Keanu Reeves, that's where he started his martial arts, or he had already been doing it for a while, and that was kind of his way of shining. It's real, but they film it in a way that it makes it feel fake. Whereas when you're looking at Asian movies, it feels authentic, and it's that whole thing. They show the whole moment. Whereas Americanized movies, they always cut away. It's always the you see the punch, and then it turns the angle, and then you see the hit. Whereas a Japanese or Chinese movie, when you see the punch, you see the full punch into the hit and the reaction all in one take. That allows you to feel the energy behind it. And it feels almost smoother, and I like that. Obviously, it's riskier because then they can't hide away. Like when the actor goes for the punch, in Americanized movies, they punch far, far away, and to keep the actor safe, and so they have to cheat the angle to make it look like the other actor got hit, which then limits what they can do. Whereas like Asian movies, they still do the safety hits; they don't actually fully hit, but they're a lot more hands-on. And if you watch Jackie Chan movies afterwards, they show all the bloopers. 90% of the bloopers are Jackie getting hit because the stunt was a little bit too rough or whatever. So I love Asian martial arts movies. All right, Moon Kitty. Good night. See you later. Game characters taking once at a time. Okay. Where did I just do that room with the thing? It wasn't in here, was it? I don't think it was in here. This was the hallway with the zombies, right? Yeah, this was the zombie hallway. That's not where it was. GSR, hello. I'm doing well. Just here hanging out, playing some Resident Evil. It's very warm in this room today. We had like it was supposed to be a gigantic snowstorm that was going to bring Canada to its knees for a few days. We ended up with just a bunch of rain, freezing rain. But it's very cold in the other room, and our thermostat is in the other room. And this room is very sealed off and has a whole bunch of vents, so it gets very hot in here. Plus I'm gaming, which makes it even hotter. It's a sauna in this room right now. But outside of the sauna, I'm doing really well. Uh-oh. I don't think the zombie gets in here, though. I think this is one of those safety rooms. You might get snow in Texas. I saw this video of one of the Ukrainian refugees. He talks about his life in Canada now that he's here, and he showed some footage of the snow, and he's like, "This is what Canadians are scared of when it comes to snow." And I don't know how nobody made this comment. All the comments were like, "Just wait till you're sliding down the road. Just wait till you can't stop at the stop sign." Except that wasn't why they shut everything down. They shut everything down because the expectation was it was going to be a gigantic storm with like, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet of snow falling in about 3 hours. So they expected a severe storm. So they shut everything down in preparation of that. And then it just didn't happen. So it's not that they shut it down because the little bit of snow that was there. They shut it down because the little bit of snow was a sign of the bigger snow that was supposed to come and just never did. Yeah, I was in I'm having a brain fart right now. The city with the Alamo. It's going to be delayed by the time I see the answer. But anyways, there, a few years back, probably about 5 years ago now, and it was really cold and there was frost on the road, and people were freaking out about the frost. There's not a lot of snow out there in your neck of the woods. I feel like this turns into a key or something. Oh no, it's just a jewel. I don't remember where to use that though. Oh, I'm gonna die. Four inches. That's gonna be a lot for. Oh, that's gonna be a lot for you guys because you guys don't have the infrastructure to deal with that kind of stuff. And that's the main difference, right? Like I'll poke fun at people in Texas, you know, panicking over a couple of inches of snow. But the truth is you guys don't have the infrastructure. You don't have salting machines that are ready to go. You don't have big snow plows that can clear the roads when there's a little bit of snow. You guys don't have heaters in your houses as like a regular thing that can maintain the house in a warm temperature when there's snow out there. You don't have winter tires. You guys, I know some people in Texas don't have even all weathers. They're literally just like summer tires, which are the worst when it comes to any kind of snow. So I get it. It's definitely a risk. It's definitely a risk. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. When you don't have the infrastructure, you're in trouble if you run into some snow. Like you're really in trouble if you run into some snow. If I go to the library and go up the stairs, that leads me here. If I go to the storage room, I think there's liquors in this room, so I can't even go that way anymore. I think my only choice might be to go through this hallway. And if I recall, it's all the way down the hall to the operations room and through here. Oh, everywhere that I go, it's going to be super dangerous. Everywhere that I go, it's going to be super dangerous. I'm going to die no matter what I do. Because I feel like that diamond is used in the storage room. But I also feel like I have that one card that I can use to get the shotgun in here. You know what? Maybe let's try the liquor way. No, Pretzel, I don't think... You may have said something, but it's been a couple of weeks, so I can't recall fully. But I want to say you didn't say anything. What's been going on? Wait, hold on. I'm sure you've all seen that YouTube, the Twitch streamer that got roasted all over the internet for being a jerk. So I'm going to ask you what's been going on with your job situation. Then you can answer me. And then I'm going to tell you off for bringing down the vibe of the channel. And I'm not going to be nice about it. Because it's obviously your fault for answering the question that I asked, all right? So be prepared for me to yell at you about how you wrecked our whole fun here. I'm feeling lazy tonight. Like, I don't have the energy for streaming. You know, I'm enjoying it, but I don't have the energy for it. I'm feeling kind of like, I don't really want to stream. Okay, we made it up. I'm just like we found the body. I'll stop the whole stream and yell at you for bringing that up. How dare you? That guy's such a jerk. Oh, that guy's such a jerk. I mean, he's a jerk, and I 100% disagree with what he said and what he did. But I gotta admire the guy, because I had never heard of this loser until now. So even though it's bad propaganda, it's still propaganda. And I'm sure, even though he's gonna get a bunch of people hating on him, he's probably gonna get a stupid amount of followers from it. Like, it's probably gonna be a ridiculous bonus for him how many people are gonna join, and I bet you a bunch of them who are like certain type of toxic people, they're all going to be, you know, subbing to him just to kind of like double down on what he said and did. So I mean, I wouldn't have the courage to take on that much hate. So in a way, I gotta admire the guy for you know, getting the fame that he got. It works, I guess. I couldn't do it. I handle enough heat on the internet when I have a spicy take. I couldn't imagine the heat he's going through, but if it gets him a bunch of followers, I mean, a win is a win, I guess. Okay. So if I'm here, there are bullets. She has bullets, but she also... Uh-oh. There are bullets, but I know she comes to life, and I don't want to... I don't want her to come to life. It's gonna kill me. Oh, that's the worst. I mean, why are you talking about that? You're bringing down the vibe. Like, when I ask you what happened with your job, you're just supposed to be like, oh, you know, it's good. And that's it. How dare you? Hold on, I gotta bring it up full page. How dare you? How dare you do that? You're a jerk. I feel bad calling you like names and swearing, but like you're such a jerk. How dare you, man? You're killing the vibe for everybody. How dare you answer my question when I asked you? Like, come on. And like, I didn't even ask you. I didn't even ask you anything. All I said was, what's up? What's up? You're saying that I asked you to tell me what happened with your job? Well, I mean, when I asked you, I didn't actually expect you to answer. I'm sorry. Anyways, in more serious talk, that sucks. That really sucks. I've had jobs like that, where the stress and the tension of just having to go to work, like, breaks you down. I've never had a workplace that was toxic enough for that to happen, but I've had a workplace where the pressure was so high that I was having that happen. And that is the worst feeling. And honestly, I am of the belief of, I want to work to pay my bills, but I'm not going to live my whole life just for work. So if a job is stressing me out, I'm going to leave it. I would much rather make less money and have a much less stressful life than to make a bunch of money and be stressed out all the time. It's just not worth it. It's really not. Too many... Oh my God!
One last time before bed. Love you. Good night.
Was that revenge? Was that revenge for yelling at Pretzel after he asked me about his job and I asked back? Thank you, Ginger Gamer. Have yourself a good sleep. Oh, I really didn't expect that one. I really didn't expect that one. Oh, that was good. That was good. You got me really good on that one. That was really good. Yes, hashtag Ginger Gamer. I don't want to set this zombie up because they're gonna attack me and they're hard to deal with. Okay, if I come down these stairs, the safety deposit room is right there. All right, Ginger Gamer. Have yourself a good sleep. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for spending time with us. It was nice having you here, man. And I hope I see you on the other side sometime soon. Get some sleep. Okay. Oh, wait, this isn't the room I wanted, but we can do this at least. Okay, so for now, let's get rid of this. And I don't know if I'm going to need that soon. I feel like I'm going to need that chain thing soon. Let's take the first aid spray because I don't want to die. All right, good night. I hope you're enjoying God of War. I need to play some God of War. Oh, you're down on the floor, you jerk. Okay. No, that's not you. Okay, how do I get this? To the... After I go down this hall, it's to the right. Okay, we're here. Whew. Okay. Yes. Boom. Yeah, 4 bullets. Not that it's gonna do much, but still. What number did I put down? I put 3, okay. Sucks that I have to find another button to get the 2 down. Okay, well. We got what we came for in here. Despite it costing me a small portion of my life and a heart attack, we still got here. Okay, so if I exit this room and turn to the right, there's a door there that I don't think I've been through yet. Oh, it's locked. Dang it. Down this hallway, that's a dead end. Can't go there. So that's blocked off. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm so dumb. I could have just taken that door instead of going all the way around like I did. I'm so dumb. It's okay. Alright, so... oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Okay. So that's locked. I can't get to the records room at all, so it's got to be something up here. I guess the library has some bullets. And there's a valve and a dial lock. But that's to open that steam room, right? That's what that is? I swear that's what that is the steam room. Another dial lock. An explosive barricade. What's over here then? Fire escape. The waiting safe. The art room. That's all blocked off because of fire. Ah. This is where I'm terrible at these games because I never know what I'm supposed to actually be doing. I feel like my face is really orange. Is my face really orange? Getting distracted very easily. I'm sorry, folks. It's that time of the night, you know? My meds start wearing down. What the heck? My meds started wearing down. No, stop it. Stop it. And my attention span is beyond reprehensible. I have no ability to pay attention right now. Okay. So if I go in here, okay, let's just check it out. Okay, if I go out this hallway to the right and down this hallway. I knew it. I hate that I can't do anything to stop them. Like when Capcom heard us talk about QuickTime events and hating them, they really took it to heart. Like, I was like, I don't want QuickTime events, so please... Damn it. So, like, please make it a little bit less of a QuickTime event heavy game. But, like, at least give me a way to defend myself. I would like to find a way to defend myself from these zombies. Okay. Yeah, I'm very orange. I am very orange. Will this make me less orange? Hopefully I'm less, I'm a little blue, but that's better. I'm blue, da boo dee. Okay, that's better. That's more of a natural color at least. Oh man, that jump scare got me good. Okay, so it's a chained door. I can open that door. We're in. I mean, there's literally a window right there, so I'm not holding my breath that that's gonna stop the zombies. But at least it's something. Ha! There it is. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, electrical part. Nice. So if I go here, out, I can open that fuse box. No! I guess I'll... Oh, no. I'll come... Oh, no, I can't come back for you. Oh, God, I'm gonna die.
You bastard.
There are so many of them.
Shit.
Can I combine these? Yes, I can. Still don't have space though. Dang it. Now I have space. Now I have space. Okay. Good night, Pretzel. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. I messed up. Let me through, let me through. Oh, I can't put it down anymore, okay. So anybody who's still here and is going to be going to bed soon, I will be live tomorrow. We are going, I'm hoping to be live. I can't promise. I'm hoping to be live tomorrow. We're planning to continue with some Dark Souls. Play a bit of Dark Souls, that'll be nice. If my daughter's home from school, I probably won't be live. Depending on how the weather is. You know what I mean? But if she is not home and she is at school, then I am hoping to be able to go live, play some Dark Souls, continue with that for a little bit. I usually go live slightly after lunchtime, around 1 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock. And I play some Dark Souls on TikTok. So if you do want to come hang out, I will be live there. Not scary. No jump scares. There's no way to like set off jump scares on TikTok, which really sucks. I really wish there was a way. Oh wait, this isn't where I wanted to go. I wanted to go the other way. It really sucks because I wish I could set off jump scares on TikTok. It would make life a lot more fun. But unfortunately, there is no way, so I can't do horror streams over there. I would love to. I gotta find a way to do that. I gotta find a way to, like, set off jump scares on TikTok. That would be amazing. Because that would make that stream a lot more fun to handle. Oh, Jesus! Oh. That scared me. Oh, that made me pull a butt muscle. Who needs jump scares? Who needs jump scares? Whose stupid idea was that? Oh, that got me. That got me good. Okay, so if I come out this way and down these stairs, there's bullets at that dead zombie. But if I go in this room, I can open that door. Ooh. Oh, she got up. So much for those bullets. Did they disappear? No, they're still there, right? Yeah, they're still here. We're gonna have to save and stop soon. Not quite yet, but pretty close. Pretty close. Do I have any notes that tell me the combination? These are medicines. That's the book. Liquors. C4. Okay, what does it say? Damn those corporate assholes that cut me off after I'd done this to them. I'm gonna be sick of big shit. Boarded those little filthy pigs up in a steel pen, set some C4. All I gotta do is detonate this and our suckers. Nope. Nope. Darn. Nope. Okay. I thought I might have had the password to that dial thing, but no. Oh, crap. Nope, he's already dead. Just throwing away bullets, that's not a good idea. I am hoping to buy Resident Evil 4 Remake. I was kind of iffy about it when they first brought it up. I was like, they've made that game so many times and nobody brought up the idea of like, nobody wants to play this again. But now that I've seen it and it seems so much darker and seems so much more horror based rather than rather than action-based like the original Resident Evil 4 was. I'm very, very excited for it. Wesley, how's it going? Welcome. Oh God. Oh, that was stressful. That was way too scary. That was way too scary. Oh, I hated that. Oh, I really did not like that. Chilling at work, bored out of your mind. Quiet night, or just because it's night shift, it's quiet in general? Cool, I got lots of health now. What's this? Aw, man. Internal memo. Office supply internal memo relocation. Heat resistant number 3 combination. Safe move from Star's office to West office. Okay, that's the one down there. Combo is left. Please change upon ASAP. Okay. I need that battery. I need that battery. That's gonna be a problem. Could always use more shotgun shells. Heck yeah. I need a USB stick. Dang it. Well, we got some ammo, which is good. The only one here dumping. Well, hopefully it's not completely driving you crazy, but yeah, that can make for a really long night. That can make for a very long night. Okay. I don't feel confident walking down here. I feel like these doors are going to be locked. I seriously do. But if I go here and go back down, there is that. Okay. Yeah, Preston, I think it's going to be so good. Like I said, I was kind of iffy about it because they've made it so many times. Like, it's on everything, right? You know, you can get it on the PlayStation, and you can get it on the GameCube, and you can get it on PlayStation 2. You can get it on GameCube, you can get it on PC, you can get it on Switch, and now, like, in VR, like, it's been released so many times. But then I saw the footage, the little bit that they did show, and I like how they've gone for kind of this style, where it's like, it's action, but seems to be a lot darker. I do still worry that it's going to be a little bit too much action for my liking, because I prefer the scariness, but, it looks good. It looks good. Now my only hope is that they will re-release Code Veronica, because I would love to see Code Veronica. You played it on the Wii? I played it on the GameCube. That's how old I am. I played it on the GameCube. It's a great game. It's just, it was a little bit too much action for me, but that's just a preference thing. Okay, I'm going to take this with me just in case. I'm going to take that with me. What can I get rid of? There's nothing I can get rid of. Why did I come down here? You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to get rid of this. I might regret that. I don't have any. I only have one increment. Well, I'm going to save just in case. I might regret this. We haven't done a whole bunch, so I'm going to save it on this one. Yep, I remember the iOS version. I had the iOS version of Resident Evil Degeneration when that movie came out. I remember when that came out, I loved the movie. Oh. Whoa. I thought that was what Resident Evil movies should be, not the garbage that you know, with Mila Jovovich or whatever. I love her, but those movies were trash. I didn't like those, but the Degeneration movie I thought was great. And then my brother bought an iPhone 4. I had never used an Apple device, and my brother bought an iPhone 4, and he was showing me, and they had, like, you know, cut the rope and all that, and it was cool. And then he showed me Resident Evil, and for those of you who are very young, you will not understand this. Like, you won't be able to wrap your mind around it. But back then, even just seeing something like Mega Man, the NES version of Mega Man, on a phone was impressive, because phones weren't really for gaming. You had Snake on the phone. So seeing something like Mega Man was impressive. And that was what I had on my phone. I had one of the first smartphones that ever came out. It was an HTC, and it had Windows on it. Back then, it was pretty much BlackBerry or Windows is what you could get on a smartphone. And it had Windows on it. And I got Mega Man. And it was so cool. And I played it, and I loved it. And I was away at college, and I got home, and my brother had an iPhone 4. And he's like, look how cool this phone is, and it plays games. I'm like, how? It has no buttons. Mine had like a keyboard at the bottom of it. It was almost like a Palm Pilot. I'm like, how? And then he pulls up Resident Evil Degeneration, and the fact that it was a 3D game, PS1 style graphics, blew my mind. From that point forward, I needed an iPhone. And then so I got an iPhone 3G, and then the battery wasn't very good, so I sold that. And then I bought an iPhone 4. And I was dating a girl, and we were at the park over by Dina's, Corks, Preston. That park with like the band shell or whatever. We were there, and I dropped the phone, and some guy found it, and he called me called me multiple times over months, telling me he was going to send me the phone, and it just never did. And then I got away from Apple, because once I got rid of that phone, I couldn't afford a new phone. So I ended up getting like a new contract and bought a Samsung Galaxy. I think it was the first Samsung Galaxy. I stuck with that for a while. Then I went to an LG, and I stuck with Android for a long time. And yeah, I was with Android from that point forward. I only went back to iPhone because I went to go get a phone to renew it. I was with the Samsung, and I went to go get another Samsung. But the Samsung that they had, the newest one, I would have had to pay $200 down to get the phone. And I didn't have that kind of money. And they had an iPhone 11? Yeah, they had an iPhone 11, and it was free. And so I was like, okay, I'll take the iPhone then. And then, you know, I was fine, whatever. It's an iPhone. It was hard to get used to after being with Android for years. And then I got into TikTok. And then at that point, I was like, I can't move away from iPhone because the quality's better on iPhone versus Android for TikTok. And so then I got my iPhone. Now I'm with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And because of the iPhone being so good, and because I upped my quality on TikTok, I started editing my videos properly. I would edit them on the computer, but it was a pain because you can't transfer from your computer to your phone very easily when you're on an iPhone. And I would email the videos, but it would compress them severely, and the quality wasn't there. So I got myself a MacBook so I could airdrop. And now I can't leave because I've got the MacBook. Oh no, I bought myself an iPad because I was like, at least an iPad I can kind of use to watch videos or whatever, but I'm still not really getting a laptop. And the iPad was great, but it was still kind of hard to edit with touchscreen. And so I got myself a MacBook. And now I'm kind of like in the universe. And because I have iPhone products, I needed a smartwatch, and I got an Apple Watch, and now I'm like in the world. And it's overpriced, and the technology's fairly old, but AirDrop is the only reason that I've been like completely stuck with iPhone, because it's very, very handy to be able to record a full-blown video on this thing in 4K, edit it on my computer, and AirDrop it to my tablet, and then post it. And I can post it on all TikTok, Instagram, and everything, all from my tablet. And so I've stuck with it now. But I remember how blown my mind was to see 3D games on an iPhone when the best I could do was NES quality graphics, and that blew me away. No, it wasn't Windows XP. It was called Windows Mobile. It was very, very different. It was very similar to old-fashioned phones. You know, like if you've ever seen them, it would have like little icons for the different things you could do, like go on the internet and take pictures and whatever. And you would like, how could I describe it? I don't even know what phone it was. I've tried looking it up multiple times because I've talked about this phone before. Let me see if I can just Google something similar. 2005 HTC Windows phone. That's not it either. Okay, it was similar to this. It was very similar to this, actually. Let's save it to pictures. Open OBS. Let's add a picture. Browse. Pictures. So it's very similar to this. So if you look in the middle, I can't do it because my mouse cursor isn't showing, but if you look in the middle, there's like a silver dot and like a circle around it. That circle you could push up, down, left, right, and it would show you the little icons and you would select with that. You had the full keyboard underneath, so you could type out messages. It was way easier to text with than touchscreen is now because the buttons were there. They were physical buttons. I wish keyboards were still on phones. And that little screen was what you would play with. It wasn't even like 480p. It was really low resolution, but I liked it because the little silver buttons were like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the phone dialing. But when you were gaming, that would be your D-pad. And then you would press, I think it was the up, down. No, maybe it was J and K. One was jump, one was shoot, and you could like play that way. But it was that was the kind of Windows phone I had. It was very different. It was the first smartphone I ever had. And my brother was with BlackBerry at the time, and his BlackBerry broke, so he moved over to iPhone, which is why he had that. And I really liked BlackBerry at the time. BlackBerry back then was like, that was the phone to get. And then iPhone came in and just destroyed that ability. But that's what I had, and I loved it. I loved playing video games on there. And then when the iPhone came out, it was my mind was blown. And like now I use my tablet more than I use my Switch. The only thing I don't like about it is that for my tablet in particular, because I've got like the tiny iPad 6, the iPad Mini 6, and so it's relatively small, but it's bigger than a phone. It's perfect for handheld gaming, but they don't really sell controller grips that you can put on it, like the Backbone. They don't sell anything like that for the iPad, which is kind of a bummer because I would love to play on my iPad over my phone. Since sideloading apps is somewhat feasible now, though it's quite limited without paying for a developer. Yeah, Wesley, yeah, I liked the BlackBerry trackball. It was a headache. I don't know how old you are, but I know from my brother, he had a lot of problems with it. I had a BlackBerry for a while and I got rid of it because of that, because the trackball would get dirty and then it wouldn't track properly. So you couldn't get it to scroll. Like mine couldn't scroll to the right, I think. So it was a nightmare trying to get it to do things. But I liked having a keyboard. And I liked having more tactile responses. I did like what the BlackBerry, I don't remember what it was called. It was a BlackBerry something. Lightning? BlackBerry? I can't remember what it was. But it was very similar to the iPhone. It was one of the first touchscreen phones. But what it did was that they included, the first one only had one where you could press the whole screen down and it would click. So it had like a little spring and a button underneath so you could press the screen down. And the idea was that when you would text, you would hit the key that you wanted and then click it to feel the tactile response to typing. So the first one only had one click. So the problem was you had to type slowly because if you type too quickly, it wouldn't register the next letter. So it would be like every other letter or every third letter would be registered because of the clicking. So then they released another one that had 4 different clicks so you could get better typing. It still wasn't perfect though. But I missed the tactile ability of texting. That made texting a billion times easier. I make so many mistakes in typing now because, one, my fingers are thicker than the screen, and I type very, very quickly. And so since I type very quickly, the phone can't keep up and I make a ton of mistakes, and it's so frustrating when I'm trying to type something out and it types it all wrong for me. I wish that I could have that like click. So you're pretty close to my age, yeah. I miss. So you may have heard of the trackball issues that they were having back then. You were slightly young at that point because I was like 17, 18 when BlackBerry was really big. So you would have been like 12, 13. So you may have been hearing about it, but maybe not so much. But I remember as like a high schooler, that was a big deal. And I miss the tactile ability to have like a cursor to move around and have actual keys to press to type. It would make typing a lot easier, make gaming a lot easier on your device. But then they would have to be bigger, right? It's that give and take. Because I love the technology we have now. I'm blown away by what my iPad can do, seeing as it's, an 11-inch tiny little tablet or 8-inch or whatever it is. But your birthday's in April. Mine too. Okay. So if I go this way, what am I doing? Oh, I want to see what's at the end of this hallway. That's why I saved, because I might die because of the liquor. But yeah, that's one of the millennial old school mentality things that I have. I wish that I still had tactile buttons on phones. I hate the touchscreen thing. Like only touchscreen thing. It's like tablets. They make these tablets huge, right? Like this is big. This is way bigger than my phone is. It's a little bit thinner than my phone is, but it's bigger than my phone. Why doesn't this have the rumble feature? Because I would like to have that vibration when I am gaming. I don't know if Samsung still does it, but I know a lot of Android phones at least used to. They would vibrate when you typed. So it gave you at least a recognition that you were typing. Why can't things like tablets have that? And speaking of vibration, why don't mouse and keyboard come with that? I would love to have some rumble in my mouse and keyboard to feel that force feedback when I'm playing. You are on the 9th and your son's on the 10th. I'm on the 17th. My birthday is April 17th. Oh god, he's gonna attack me and he's gonna kill me. You watch. I'm stuck by the flower. Get away from me. I knew it. One shot kill. Oh no, he didn't kill me. He didn't kill me. He didn't kill me. Hold on. I can still make it. That's locked. Oh god, and so is this. Wait, can I open this? Yeah, the iPad can emulate the PS2 quite well. The iPad, the newer iPads, not the M1s, but like the, what is this, A15, I think is in this one. Might be the A16. They're impressively powerful. They're impressively powerful. I can easily edit on this thing. The only thing is the touchscreen makes it hard to do. That's what I don't like, is that it's hard to edit with a touchscreen. Because, sometimes you want that fine movement to like grab one thing and like stretch and shrink, and on a touchscreen that can be very hard to do. But I'm very impressed by what my iPad can do. Like Divinity Original Sin 2. That's a relatively good looking RPG and it runs flawlessly on this iPad. Again, touchscreen, pain in the ass to deal with, but it runs perfectly on this iPad. Jade Empire, a game that came out for the Xbox the Xbox, original Xbox, the OG Xbox. That runs perfectly on this iPad. It's an impressive little machine for something that is as small as it is. Dragon Quest Builders, that runs perfectly on this thing. Minecraft, which can be a very hard game to play, that runs perfectly. I'm very, very shocked by how good this little tablet can be. Okay, there it is. So we are looking at, I think it's a lady. So it's lady, arrow, and snake. Oh no, it's the horse. Okay. So it's 2 fish, a scorpion, and a water jug. 2 fish, a scorpion, and a water jug. Yeah. Yeah, even some of the more optimized PS3 games. And like when you're talking the iPads the iPad Pros, and I think the new iPad Air has it. The new M1 chip is in those. And although the iPad Air's M1 chip is more throttled back because it doesn't have the heat dissipation that the other iPads have, or that the laptops have, it's much more throttled back. But the iPad with the M1s, that's a powerful chip. It's not as powerful as Apple makes it out to be. Apple acts like it's like a 20, what is it? What did they say? It's like a 3080 or something like that. It's not going to be as powerful as a 3080, but it can impress with how much it can do. I mean, for it to run Resident Evil, the M1, for it to run Resident Evil 8, that says a lot about that little chip, and that's in an iPad. It's just, Apple is so strict on what they allow on their systems. Apple is so restrictive on how things are done that not as many games are being released on relatively powerful hardware. Even something like Divinity Original Sin. I bought that on my tablet and I paid like $25, I think. It might have been $30. They have the original Divinity Original Sin 2 on Mac, and the M1 Macs have iOS compatibility with a lot of the apps, but the dev has to enable it on their side. Well, the dev for Divinity has made the Mac version, and that one is $70, but they don't make the iPad version compatible with the Mac, which I think is obviously them trying to get their money back, but it just goes to show how limiting Apple is. Like, if they just opened it up so all the apps would be capable, and they can't guarantee that they'll work, but they're capable, there would be a lot more games available on Mac, and that automatically would make it more of a gaming platform than what it is, which is a bummer. You just downloaded WoW on your MacBook. Yeah, WoW apparently runs amazing on Mac. Like, I've got the MacBook Air, and it's like the base model of the MacBook Air, and it's the M1, so it's not the newer Macs that have come out in the last few months. But it's an M1. It's an Air, so it doesn't have a fan. It's super, super tiny. Oh, I don't have it here. I ended up buying like a decal on it. It's like a retro NES style decal. It's awesome. And I can edit my 4K videos on it. Obviously, I'm not going to make a Hollywood movie with 5 million different effects on it, but like my 4K videos that I do for TikTok and YouTube, edit them perfectly. No problem. My big PC with a giant video card and CPU and everything is pretty much at the same level as my MacBook. I think my MacBook might be slightly faster because it's much more optimized to do that kind of stuff. And it crashes way less than my big PC does. And it's great. It just sucks that I can't upgrade the hard drive, so I don't have a lot of space to do my editing. But I can take that laptop anywhere I want, and I won't be able to really show you, but like this is a portable monitor that I bought specifically for streaming and for editing. I can literally plug that into a USB-C to my Mac, and now I've got two screens going. This thing weighs less than my tablet does, and I can literally have my laptop and a tiny, super lightweight screen, and I have a 2-screen setup for video editing when I'm sitting on the couch. I don't have to sit at this computer while doing it. It's so cool. Yeah, see, I've never used Linux. I know a lot of people love Linux. I've never used it, but I hear it's great. I hear there's way more support for like compatibility when it comes to gaming versus Mac. But again, Mac is just so limiting, but it's impressively powerful. I was really blown away to see what Mac can do in such a tiny form factor, right? Like, I had bought a Mac Mini. Alana bought me a Mac Mini for my birthday. Well, she had bought me an iMac for my birthday, one of the new M1 iMacs, and I loved it. I loved that thing. But we came into some financial issues right as my birthday hit last year, so I returned it. And then we had agreed I was going to get the Mac Mini instead, which was a lot cheaper. And I was just going to use one of my monitors for it. And it was fine. But the Mac Mini that I got wasn't much more impressive than my MacBook was. So I didn't feel it was justified getting it. So I returned it with the idea that I was going to wait for the WMM, whatever, the Apple event that they do where they announce all the new stuff. I was going to wait till that and then buy a new computer based on what hardware they announced. And then money got really, really hard, so I couldn't get it. But I would like to have a proper desktop Mac for my video editing and literally use my laptop for like browsing the internet, gaming a little bit, and like mobile editing. Because like I got Dismantle. I've talked about this the last few streams. I've gotten Dismantle, which is like a over the top, like a top down zombie survival game where like you collect a bunch of stuff by like destroying everything around you, dismantle everything, and you build better equipment until you escape. I bought that on my tablet and I started playing it on my tablet and I loved it. But my tablet would die relatively quickly, like within 3 or 4 hours the battery would be dead, and I couldn't use a controller and charge it at the same time. So I started playing it on my Mac because it had the M1 compatibility, and it runs phenomenally and the battery lasts forever. So I would like to have a desktop Mac and then have my laptop for kind of my own casual thing. It's just too expensive. It's too expensive right now. Yeah, there's always virtual machines. The downside with Mac for virtual machines now, because I know I'm pretty sure you're talking about Linux has virtual machines. The downside to Mac now with virtual machines is that they've really tied down what's capable as far as virtual machines. Like you used to be able to install Windows on a Mac and have a secondary boot and just boot into Windows, and now they don't let you do that anymore. But again, the Mac M1 chips are very impressive with how they can do that kind of virtualization. I'm impressed. Like I said, I know Mac is overpriced. I know the hardware technically is relatively well priced, but it's old. You know, the ray tracing and everything is old news now, and Mac is just barely starting to kind of scratch the surface with ray tracing. Not being able to upgrade your hardware is stupid. The high price for everything is really stupid. And form over function is stupid. At the same time, some of the functionality of Apple products is unmatched by anything else. Like people always say Samsung can do everything an Apple product can do, and Windows can do anything that a Mac can do, but it doesn't all work as seamlessly as it does with Apple. Like I downloaded an audiobook and Alana couldn't get it to work because her port broke in her phone. I was able to airdrop her a 1 gigabyte audio file it wasn't 1 gigabyte, it was like 600 megabytes audio file in 15 seconds wirelessly without having to do anything except for just drop it to her. Again, with my videos are roughly 200 megabytes, but my long like YouTube videos, they can be up to 2-3 gigabytes long. And I can literally just airdrop it from my Mac to my tablet and then upload it without having to worry if I'm gonna, maybe not YouTube because I can just do that on the Mac, but you know what I'm trying to get at, right? Like I can upload a big video without having to have any wires or have any transfers done and just literally do it over the air. So there are certain functionality aspects that if you use them a lot, Apple is worth it. But if you don't use those specific functions, Apple is so not worth it. It's so not worth it. Yeah, they're so fancy and expensive. Like I like the fact that I have my smartwatch that connects better, at least when I was using Android, connects better and has more functionality than my smartwatches did with my Android stuff. There was less functionality with those. There was more customizability, but I don't really care what my home screen looks like. I care about what I'm actually doing on the phone. So again, AirDrop, super, super useful for me. Yeah, and even then, from what I've heard, Wesley, the translation layer that they use to do the x86 is barely taking any resources away from the use. So it would be something like on hardware that's comparable, you get like 100 frames a second, and through that layer you still get like 90 frames a second. Like you're losing some because obviously some resource has to go to translating. But even then, it's so well optimized that the translation barely makes an effect on what you're doing. So again, Apple is impressive. It's just they moved away from what they used to be. They used to be all about gaming and fun, and now it's all about business and look cool and fancy. But there's still a lot there that they could be doing. If they could break into the gaming realm it would be awesome. I would not move away from an Apple product if I could game even half as well as I can on PC, because I get more functionality out of an Apple product than I do out of my PC. My PC is literally for gaming and that's it. Gaming and streaming. Whereas my Mac, I use for a lot of business stuff. I do all my email work on there. I write all my scripts on my Apple products. I edit all my videos on there. If I had an Apple camera, I'd be recording on there, but Sony, I'm still happy with them. It's impressive. It's very impressive. Okay. So I got this coin. I can put this in the entrance over here. But I like Apple. But yeah, Preston, the prices of the Apple desktop stuff is insanely expensive. Like, I wanted the Mac, the iMac in particular. The iMac is more of like an entry level product. That's what they kind of see it as, because it's an all-in-one, right? Like the hardware is all built into the computer. But for me, I wanted less cables. Just having one power plug and everything is built into the computer, huge for me. Like right now, I see so many cables and it drives me crazy. And two, because I edit videos and that screen is calibrated and it's very high quality, I knew that the colors were going to be good. I knew that it was going to look the way that I wanted. Whereas like with this portable screen that I'm using, it's got a yellow tinge to it. So right now on my screen, I look green-yellow. Even though on my tablet, I look pretty natural. It's still a little bit yellowish, but not bad. I knew the iMac was going to have a beautiful screen. So all of that kind of won me. And then the chip would have a fan, which means it would run better. But $2,000 for a computer that doesn't do any real gaming, that's a lot of money to spend when I'm not a full-time content creator. Which is why I had looked at the Mac Mini. I was like, I'll give up the beautiful screen. But it was still $800. And then I couldn't justify it. Maybe in a few months when things finally settle down and pay at work has settled down, maybe then I'll start thinking about something like that. But right now, it's way out of there. You've been banished, Wesley. And Preston, that's the thing with Apple is like it's very business oriented. So a lot of like business stuff is there, right? Like Word style applications and things for slideshows and stuff that businesses would use. That's why you see them in a lot of doctors' offices and stuff. It's very easy, plug it in and good to go. There's none of this like Windows having to update all the time and like figure out what drivers, and it's all done for you. You just click the update and you're good. The big thing with Apple is it's very, very good for artists. So like if you're editing videos, if you're editing audio, if you're editing pictures, Apple is 100% where you want to go. If you're looking for that ecosystem, it's a great system. Like I ended up buying Final Cut Pro. I had tried DaVinci Resolve on Windows and it was fine. It's very powerful and it could do a lot, but it still crashed way more than I wanted it to. Like we're talking once a week I was having a fatal crash that would destroy half of the work I had done and I had to go back and start again. And so that was way too much time wasted for me. I've been using Final Cut Pro and I think it's crashed twice in the last 6 months at least, if not a year. And so I haven't had any major issues. There are hiccups. There are things where like it'll slow right down and editing becomes a little bit hard, but it's because the RAM gets filled up and it's starting to use the hard drive and that slows it down. So I have to like shut it down and open it. But the ease of use on Apple is insane. And the way that they've made sure it all works, because the hardware is specifically for Apple, there's no variants, means that it works a lot less rough than other programs would. Do you know what I mean? And price-wise, it's not bad. Adobe stuff, you have to pay monthly, right? Like you're paying what, like $100 a month or something like that for the Adobe suite. I paid $200 for Final Cut Pro, and it's mine forever. And then I paid $30 or $40 for Affinity, which is like Photoshop, and that's mine forever. And now I could just edit videos all I want, and I get updates. I think it was something like 4 or 5 years of free updates. But even then, if I don't get any more updates, it's still doing everything that I need. So like that's the upside to Apple. But if you're not doing any kind of stuff like that, yeah, spending $800 up to $2,000 for a desktop to browse the internet, not really worth it. You could even still buy a laptop that's a couple years old and, you know, pay $600-700 for a MacBook, and it's going to do everything you need and you're good to go. I mean, you've already got a MacBook, but then you're good to go. 30 years of life and you never own. Laptops they can be life-changing. Like I said, I only ever use my big PC to game at. My laptop goes with me everywhere. Well, now that I've got my tablet goes with me everywhere. But my laptop is what I do everything on. Answer emails, browse YouTube. If I'm looking up like instructions and stuff, that's what's going. Most of the time you'll find me on the couch with my tablet, sitting on a stand with a video going, and then I'm browsing on my laptop, or I'm writing my script on the laptop, or I'm editing on the laptop. Like, my laptop is my workhorse for everything. This can spend weeks without being turned on. When I stopped streaming, it went months without me turning on the computer at all. My laptop is never off. Laptops are phenomenal. And that's why I got the tablet, because most of my usage is watching videos. And taking a laptop around, my fear was that I would drop it, or that I would like fall asleep and then roll over and snap the lid. And at least with a tablet, it's fairly small. I've rolled on this thing multiple times while I'm sleeping and it's still fine. So tablets are great, but yeah, having that freedom of PC use, because tablets still have limitations, it's great. You don't want it to be an expensive paperweight. You can do a lot, especially because you do, you know, acting and stuff. If you ever get into like voice acting and stuff, you could pretty much do all of that on your Mac. Like, you could do full voiceover stuff. You could, you know how you always talk about doing the reels and stuff, demo reels and stuff that you would do for auditions or audition tapes. You could edit all of that on your Mac. And even just with iMovie, you don't have to actually buy Final Cut. You could do quite a bit with iMovie to get that stuff ready for them. And then if you pay a little bit to get like an audio recording program, you can record your own voiceover stuff if you end up doing like audiobooks or doing like a voiceover for a commercial or have to sing for something. There's a lot you could do with a Mac. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to figure out what you want to do with it. If you start creating content on the internet, which could be another venue for you as an actor, you know, kind of editing videos and stuff on your Mac for that is another option too. Desktop has AMD APU, 3GB system RAM is chewed up for VRAM. Another nearly 3. That's quite a lot of RAM to lose. That's a lot of RAM to lose. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I have 16 gigs now. I had 32, but I had 32 sticks at 2 different speeds. Like 2 sticks at 2 different speeds. 2 sets of 2 sticks at 2 different speeds. So I got rid of the 2 slower ones and kept the 2 faster ones in there, because I have a Ryzen 7 CPU, and it's a Ryzen 7. It's the second gen. And so it's very reliant on the speed of RAM versus the size of the RAM. And so I switched it over, and I instantly saw a boost in quality. I would like to get another 16 gigs just for content creation's sake. Yeah, MacBook Pros, they're meant to be relatively beat up because they expect you to be using them, right? Like, the MacBook Pro in particular is made for video, but content creators, audio, video, photo. They're very much made for those people, and they expect you to take it with you on the job, out in the field. So they make them fairly sturdy. The MacBook Air, on the other hand, is more directed towards students with like light content creation. So they're much flimsier. They're much softer. I broke my MacBook Air within the first 2 months. The MacBook Pro is the same thing. You know, it has the bezel all around, and at the bottom, it's got the little piece that says MacBook, and it looks plastic, and it's kind of like matte black. That part's glass, and I closed it, and either I closed it too hard, or more than likely a little bit of my blanket was there as I closed it, and because they're made so well, there is no space, and it shattered that little bezel. Just a little bit. It's not even like a centimeter full size. I was going to get it fixed. It was going to cost me like $400 to get it fixed by them. It was like $100 to get it fixed by a PC place, or I could buy the part for about $50, but I ran the risk of destroying the screen when I removed that glass because it's glued in place. But when I bought my shell sticker, it had a bunch of black edging, and so I just cut a piece that was the size of the hole and I pasted it on there. Now you can't even see it's there. They're very, very delicate, the MacBook Airs, because they're so tiny that those are meant to be taken for everything, right? Like they're supposed to compete with a tablet. Only takes about 750 megabytes. That's not bad. See, I don't mind. Well, because I content create, the noise does bug me, but I don't mind the noise. But yeah, I'm all about quiet. I'm all about the speed. That's a big thing for me when it comes to hard drives. It's the speed. Okay, I seriously don't know what to do now because we got that other diamond. We were in the STARS office. Oh, the battery in the STARS office. Okay, I can go this way though. But yeah, so I have an SSD in mind. It's 1 terabyte, I think. A 1 terabyte or 960 gigabyte SSD in my big PC. I've got 16 gigs of RAM at 3200 megahertz, and I've got the Ryzen 7 3700X, which is a older CPU, but it's a Ryzen 7. It does way more than what I need it to do. Like I'm encoding this on my CPU. I'm not even using my GPU to encode this. This is all through CPU, and it runs perfectly fine. And then I've got it water cooled, and so it's relatively quiet. It's not very loud at all. They always say that air cooling is quieter than water cooling, but I found my air cooling, my fan would run very loudly. My water cooler is way quieter. And yeah, I like my PC. And then I've got a 3070 video card, so it's a monster of a video card. It does everything that I need with no problems. Good morning, Simon. How you doing, man? Are you getting ready for work, or are you... Oh God, are you just getting home from work? It's a good way to start the day. Scariness. Oh, I don't have the thing. Starting the day off with a horror stream. Okay. Oh, no. I have a feeling... Yeah, I have a feeling the liquors are in here now. Oh, you're off today. Nice. Yeah, the air cooling saturate. So my understanding is that the wicks inside of the vapor chambers will saturate faster, but there's more possibility to cool it down long term when you're talking about air cooling, because of the way that it's built with the fins and everything. There's a better chance to maintain a lower temperature with air cooling long term versus water cooling, because the water cooling will saturate eventually, and that saturation is much harder to dissipate because the water holds the saturation longer, is my understanding. And because the way that the water coolers are built, the fins aren't as easily cooled down as air cooling is. So the fans will ramp up faster, but will maintain the computer cooler, and the air cooler will start maintaining the computer cooler, but once it reaches that saturation point, it no longer has as much effect. And the whole reason I heard that it's louder is, like, that they say that it's louder is because it's got the pump plus the fans. So once it's saturated, the fans kick in and the pump is going, so that adds a lot more noise to the room. But I found that the fans in the water cooling spin slower than the fans in air cooling, so in turn makes the fans quieter, if that makes sense. Hello, Seven. How are you? Heads up 7-Up raid. Hello. You were streaming? Lan, hello. Gray Snake, hello. How are you all? I was here having a whole conversation about air cooling, water cooling, blah, 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 and you guys are rating me. How are you all? Welcome, everybody. I really appreciate that. Now, oh, I got a weird tickle in the back of my throat. That was weird. Was this like was 7 streaming and then you guys came and raided? Or was somebody else stream? No, but it says 7-Up, right? You were streaming. That's amazing. Was it your first stream back or have you started streaming a little bit ago? That's awesome. I was going to say, I'm like, was it that you were streaming and you raided, or were you guys just hanging out on Discord and you decided to do a raid since you were doing nothing? That is so cool that you were streaming. Welcome back. Renee, hello. Hello, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Louis, and I stream a variety of stuff. I only stream once a week on here now. I just came back to streaming actually a few weeks ago. 3rd stream back. Nice. This might be my 4th stream back, but I started about 6 weeks ago. It's just I had a couple of off nights that I didn't stream. But we both came back at the same time. Small world. For everybody else, I am a variety streamer. Here we're only doing horror stuff right now because it's nighttime and I'm waiting to go pick up my significant other from work. And so I'm hanging out and I figured nighttime is a fun time to do some horror stuff. I do stream on TikTok. I am on TikTok. I make video gaming content over there. It's not all streaming content. It's more video game oriented. I do talk about streaming, but more video game stuff. And I stream there a couple times a week. I was live there last night or yesterday during the day, and I'm hoping to be live tomorrow during the day. Depends on if my daughter goes to school or not. If she's in school, then no stream, because I can't really stream when I have to be watching her, being an adult, you know. But if she's in school, then I'm free in the mornings, and I usually stream for a couple of hours. We're playing Dark Souls over there, and yeah, I do a variety of stuff, and I stream 3 times a week, and that's kind of who I am. Thank you so much. You're playing Last of Us? Nice. Not nearly the same quality, but what matters is you are live. That's what matters. Right? Our Krampus Christmas stream. Oh man, I'm so glad at least you're doing something, right? At least you're getting live, even if it's not the quality you want. But you're there, and that's what matters. And your community, I'm sure, appreciates the fact that you're live. Oh yeah, wait a minute. I found a code to the police thing. That just clicked. But I'm glad you're at least live, right? I've said it to many people in the past. As long as you're live, the quality doesn't matter. We had this conversation, was it yesterday during my stream? It might have been yesterday during my stream. Somebody was asking me about their streaming, saying that they needed more people to watch them, but they hadn't figured their groove yet. And one of the things I feel like there's a liquor in here. I can hear stuff, but I can't see anything. Anyways, one of the things we were talking about, and I'll repeat it again because obviously the conversation wasn't here on YouTube, but one of the things, I watched a video, I've been watching videos of like the rise and fall of streamers and video gaming content creators, and one of the things that, one of the videos was about Ninja, you know, the Fortnite guy from Twitch, and now he's on YouTube, and maybe he's on Twitch again? I don't know. Anyways, it was about Ninja and the rise and fall. One of the things they brought up was how he originally started with fairly crappy quality, you know, in his bedroom with a cheap webcam, and he was gruff and rude and pretty toxic, but he was good at the game. As he got more and more famous, his quality pretty much stayed the same, but then when he blew up with Fortnite, he had all this money, and suddenly he paid to make his room look like a studio. And he spent a ridiculous amount of money, and now his quality looks like he is an ad, or he looks like he is, you know, in a professional studio being filmed, and it lost that kind of homemade feel. And so what I was bringing up with this person was that sometimes the bad quality is to your benefit because it feels like you're just hanging out with somebody, versus what I have a bad habit of doing is over producing. which then makes it look too artificial. And it's one of the reasons that my TikToks are either a complete hit or a complete miss, because my quality doesn't fit TikTok, because TikTok is very much rough, and the lower quality stuff tends to be good because it's like off the hook and natural, whereas my stuff looks like an ad. And if you see my video pop up on TikTok randomly and you don't know anything about me, you're going to think it's an ad. And so it's very hard to distinguish when it's an ad and when it's just somebody being natural. So sometimes having the low quality can pay off. So I'm just glad you're at least live, right? That's what matters. And that's what I was saying to this person is sometimes it's about personality and being live, and quality isn't a huge deal. That there are obviously some issues, like if your mic quality sounds like you're talking into a potato through a pillow underwater, of course there's gonna be some complaints about that. But if you sound relatively okay, as long as you're live, that's what matters. I know, I never overproduce. I don't spend 2 hours editing a 30-second video. No way, never. I don't have, well, right now they're not on, but I don't have 3 studio lights for a cheap live stream with background lights and all that. Never. I'm all about low homemade quality. I'm glad you're live, though. That's awesome. That is so, so good. It's about getting live. That's what matters. I don't remember what the guy's name was. There was somebody that when I started on YouTube, about 6 months into me being on YouTube, he was on YouTube. And they literally used to point their tablet or their phone, or it may have been a laptop, at their TV. And they just played a game while it was pointed out at their TV. They never talked. They typed into their computer while they were playing to respond. But they literally just like pointed it to the TV, and the quality was horrendous. The quality was bad. But they made it work, and it worked well. Hold on, where did that note say the thing was? I gotta stop soon. Move to the STARS office. Oh, okay. I've been streaming on TikTok, and it's hit and miss on TikTok. Sometimes the stream is worse than what I'm dealing with right now. You know, like we're both on Twitch and YouTube. I've got 9 people according to the numbers. But there are times on TikTok where I've got like 2 people watching me, right? And it's like 2, and it's not the same person watching. It's like somebody is constantly leaving and somebody new is just finding the page, and they count as a number. And it can be like that. Or there have been streams where I've been streaming to over 100 people at once, and the whole stream is at like 100 plus the whole time. It's very hit and miss. But there are people that literally point their screen to the TV and have a ripped piece of paper at the bottom of the screen, like at the bottom of their TV, handwritten, saying what game they're playing. And they'll have 400 people watching them. And they're not talking, and there's no music. Excuse me. There's no music, and the sound is literally coming from their television. So it's that really crappy sound, and you can hear the bashing on the controller. And they're playing something like Super Mario World, and they're not doing anything except just playing the game, and 400 people watching them. Quality really doesn't matter to people as long as they're being entertained, and that's what matters, is the entertainment. Okay. That's exactly what you were just saying. I'm delayed on chat, so by the time you saw it, it popped up and I was in the middle of saying it. Exactly. And tons of people watching them. 7. Exactly that. Tons of people watching them with that. It's crazy. That's why I started streaming on TikTok and kind of have stuck there more than here, because my community's bigger there. I've been more active there consistently, and there's a better chance of large numbers watching me, which in turn can kind of drag people over here. Plus, I'm working on a lot of promotions and stuff, and I'm actually doing a promotion right now. On Tuesday, I'm going to go film it and everything. And one of the things I need to do is make sure I keep up the numbers so the promotion's worth it. And so TikTok, I have to stay on top of that. I can't really call a promoter and be like, hey guys, I've got 4,000 followers on Twitch or 4,000 on YouTube and average 3 viewers. Do you want to give me some stuff to show off? They're not going to be interested. Whereas like, hey, I got 130,000 plus on TikTok with like 100 concurrent viewers while I'm live. You want to send me some stuff? They're much more willing. And then I can like show some cool stuff to people. I used to stream on an out-of-function mobile streaming platform. Oh man. Yeah, the quality and the Super Mario World is still OG GOAT. Super Mario World is still amazing. Okay, so if I go through this door and up these stairs, that leads me here. No. Okay, okay. What if I go through here? And like, I haven't been live in very long. I didn't really make a lot of news about it. I kind of just started going live, and I'm streaming at a very different time than what I used to. So the people that used to watch me don't know when to catch me because they don't know when I'm live. And the community I used to hang out with are either streaming at the same time as me, so they're not seeing me live, or I'm... Oh my god!
Take that.
Oh my god. Hello, Girl Thulu. Everybody else who's new to the channel, I'm sorry. I have jump scares, so I'm sorry for your ears bleeding right now. Oh my god. And you know what makes it even worse, Girl Thulu? There's a stupid licker in this room. And I don't know where he is right now. And I know it's going to attack me. Oh my god, that got me good. So I'm already tense. Get your mind out of the gutter, young lady. I know that you are already preparing yourself for the amount of sexy that I'm going to be in about 5 days, but you have to resist. You are a married woman. You must resist this Latin heat that will be in about 5 days. Except don't mind the pimples. They're on their way out, I swear. But do not forget to wear diapers with those wet panties. Anyways. If anybody's wondering, I was talking about that promotion I'm going to be working on. I am working with a company that does hair systems for men. And so I am going to be getting a professional boutique treatment in about 5 days. And I will no longer be the bald-headed retro. And Mary, now that you've said it, if you don't know Mary, I have a character on TikTok. I haven't used them in a while, but I have a character on TikTok that's supposed to be like the annoying stream viewer. It's basically like every 12-year-old that watches streams that doesn't really understand interactions. And Mary drew me a hand drawing of my character. It's phenomenal. But now that you've popped in, it reminds me, I don't know how I will ever be able to do the annoying viewer again if I have hair. Because he's bald. And like, how am I going to do the annoying viewer if I'm not bald? Speaking of, I do have a skit with my, hey Retro, what's going on? I've got a skit with him about the hair that I'm working on. I'm not married, just saying. Well, Seven, I know you can't resist me, so I wasn't even going to waste my breath, because I know you can't resist me. But Mary's husband is like a gunsmith. So, like, he is active danger if he finds out his wife is, like, infatuated and full of lust for me. Use a bald filter. That's true. I could do that. A skin cap. I'll just have to make sure I write all my scripts for the annoying viewer during the in-between time when I'm changing the hair pieces. Wait, I'm seeing everybody say hi to Chadley. I don't see his message though. Hold on. I'm seeing something about an FM transmitter. Wesley says, sorry, Wesley. Sorry, Wesley. Hold on. I see. There's Chadley. Hello, Chadley. How are you? I totally missed that first message. And then I saw a bunch of people saying hi to you, but I couldn't see your message. How are you? How's the cross stitch coming along? He's also a lefty. They're crazy. They are crazy. My sister's the only lefty in our family, and yep, she is proof. She is proof. Hi over here too. Chadley's everywhere. He's everywhere. Quickly, stop talking about how sexy that beard is. We all want that beard. We all envy that beard. I hope you're doing well. But yes, I will be donning some hair, and I am very nervous, but very excited for it. Okay, so I came here because I mean to go into the shower room. I have to go into the shower room to go down the stairs to get to that locker that's in... Oh no, the STARS office is here. The STARS. Whoa, he's right there. Oh, he's right there. I'm not cool with this. I am not cool with this. Wait, did I misread the note, didn't I? I misread the note. I misread the note. Yes, and wait, how would I see it? Hold on. Tell me where I look for the progress shot, and I will look it up. Because I totally want to see it. Backwards mirroring what your hand writes? I can't even do that. I can't even do that. Oh, rah, rah. But yeah, I would love to see it. If you all don't know, you're post... Oh, geez. Do I have Discord? I don't think I have Discord. Do I have... No, I don't think I have... Hold on. Maybe... Do I have Discord here? I do have Discord here. Haha. I don't really use Discord anymore. So, I don't know if I do, Chadley. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to streaming. Yeah, post it on YouTube. Post it on YouTube. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing about anything right now. Can I? What if I do this? Wait. I don't even remember how to do... I don't know if this works. Does this work? Does it work? I don't know if it works. I tried. I don't know. I don't know. I'm out of the loop, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been so long since I've streamed. I haven't spent any time doing this. I haven't spent any time doing this. I'm so out of it. Merle, hello. Nice to see you. Good morning. Getting ready for school? Okay. That's what I was saying. I think I misread the note because I am smart. No, it says moved. Oh, moved from the STARS office. Moved from the STARS office to the West office, first floor. I am going... You've been sick all night. Oh no. That's gross. Hope you start feeling better soon. Weewen, hello. Good morning to you as well. Everybody's popping in right as they're waking up, right as I almost have to stop. I have to stop in like 5 minutes. Oh, man. I'm doing well, Weewen. Long time no talk. I hope you are doing well. Hope your day gets off to a very good start. Merle, I hope you start feeling better soon. I'm not looking... I'm not looking forward to getting sick anytime soon, and I know it's coming. I know... And Seven's in the chat, and everything I say is just... You need to shorten the URL. It's too long. I know everything that I'm saying is just going down the drain right now. But I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, and I know I'm going to be getting sick at some point. Whether I want to or not. Are you over there? let's head back this way because I think he's around that corner over there. Oh, so what I was saying with Chadley, he's trying to share. He does cross stitching, and he did an SNES Legend of Zelda map, world map. Honestly, in a picture, it looks like you're just looking at a screenshot of the game. And now he's working. You're still working on it, right? On a Pokemon, on a DS, like a Pokemon game on a DS. And I only saw part of it when he was still working on like the DS part of it. And it looks like a picture. It's impressive. You have Canadian temperature, -7. We're whoa, we're like weirdly warm right now. Normally around this time in Canada, we're sitting at like -20, -25. Nothing too insane. Come February, we're usually like -30, -40 on the really, really cold nights. But right now we're like -25. As like, no, not -20, -5 is like the super cold nights. It's insanely warm right now. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. It looks so good, Chadley. Okay, I'm going to share it with everybody. He gave me permission. He consented to this. Do not think that I'm stealing his art and just showing it off. Look how cool this is. Like the buttons look like real buttons sticking out. Like it's got 3D texture to it. This looks better than some of the stuff that you're seeing from Bethesda when it comes to texture work. This is insanely cool. Yeah, -2. It was like -1 earlier today or yesterday. Today we were supposed to be brought down to our knees with the worst winter storm we've seen in a while. It was going to last 84 hours and, you know, we were expecting severe amounts of snow. They were saying that like Toronto, which is like 2 hours away, we were like at the tail end of that big storm, that they were going to be getting about 25 centimeters of snow, which would roughly go to, I don't know, like 10 feet. No, not 10 feet. It wouldn't be 10. 10 inches of snow. 10 inches of snow in like, I don't know, and like they said in about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. So they were expecting a fairly heavy snowfall. And that my area was going to be getting about 5 to 15 centimeters, somewhere in there, all within a couple of hours. We got rain all day. We got a lot of ice overnight, and everything was frozen in the morning. So Nora stayed home because they couldn't walk and it was too slippery for me to drive. But now it was all like sloshy ice, rain. It might be icy now because it's nighttime and it's really cold out, but really cold out. But our winter is like, this is what we should be seeing in like October for us. Our weather is crazy. But yeah, look how awesome this is. You've made a lot of progress, Chadley. I want to say you had the D-pad and did you have all the buttons when I last saw it? I can't remember if you had all the buttons when I last saw it. But it looks amazing. It looks amazing. It's more like 4. This is so cool. I wish I had the patience for stuff like this, but this is like a really awesome piece of art. Like this is something I would be hanging up for sure. It's so cool. I love it. Chadley, you are a talented individual. You're such a talented individual. I'm just watching outside to see. Yeah. 101 days of progress. You have so much more patience than me. Like even with the ADHD meds that I'm on, my patience has gone up a lot. I do not have the patience you have. For all of you who don't know, Chadley spent, it was weeks, wasn't it? Playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, finding all the Koroks and everything. Chadley is a very, very patient person. Although it is kind of funny watching when you get frustrated or scared at something in a game. Not genuinely frustrated, but you know what I mean. Just because you're like the most chill person. So seeing something get under your skin when you are so patient makes me feel a little bit more human. That if it gets to you, I'm okay to get mad too. You're still doing that. Oh man, what are those? Yeah, I do not have the patience for it. That's what happened with Yoshi's Island. I played Yoshi's Island. I stupidly decided I was going to 100% that. I think I made it past the first 2 worlds, and then I just gave up on the 100% and decided I was just going to beat the game because I couldn't do it. The frustration was way too high. Okay, I'm going to open this safe. Oh, no. I don't have any ink ribbons to save. Oh, wait, there's an ink ribbon. Oh, but I can't open the East office. Maybe I can. Can I open this? I don't know. We'll try to open this and see if the ribbon is there. If I can't open the ribbon, we're going to have to redo all of this again because I have to stop. But I don't have any more ink ribbons. Okay. We'll try. But let's see what the code was. Left 9, right 15, left 7. Is it left like this? Left 9. Now, is it right 15 without all the way back? And then 7. Yeah. That's the only game you got that far with trophies. I don't have the patience. I really don't. Oh, that's all. I thought it was going to be the piece for the detonator, but I guess not. I don't have the patience to like 100% games. I get distracted too easily, as you can tell by my conversations. Left 7. No, I'm still here. 7, you have no idea how happy it makes me to know that you're streaming again. $120. I can't do it. And that was my biggest gripe with Mario Odyssey, was that it felt like it was the Korok seed part of the game. Because you could just find moons in the most random locations. I don't know how you have the patience. I really don't. Okay, if I'm here. Ink ribbon, get the ink ribbon! No, I pushed it. It didn't work. Stefan, hello. How's it going? I hope your night's going better than Leon's is. Leon's having a bit of a rough night. You can if you channel. Yeah, if I'm channeling my hyperfocus. And so my thing is that my hyperfocus, okay, we're saving and then I have to stop, guys. I have to pick up Alana in a short little while. And so I better stop or else she's going to text me and be like, I'm done. And I'm like, I'm still streaming. Yeah, she literally just messaged us. She's just emptying the machine. So I have to stop no matter what. Even if I say I'm not going to, I have to. Okay, I'm going to do it on the third one because I'm scared that I messed something up already. So my thing with the hyperfixation is that I hyperfixate, but I cannot 100% anything no matter the hyperfixation. My hyperfixation right now is the stupidest hyperfixation ever. Like, it's the most random, dumbest hyperfixation. I'm hyperfixated watching Judge Judy right now. I've been watching Judge Judy all day long. Every day that I'm home for the last like 4 days. I've been watching it all day long. And a couple weeks before that, it was the rise and fall of a bunch of content creators. And before that, it was airplane crashes. I watched all the Mayday air disaster stuff. Funny enough, one of my old directors from when I did Grease was in one of those. I was watching it. I was like, hey, that kind of looks like Ken. And looked him up and I was like, that's him. It was so weird. But yeah, I like hyperfixate on weird stuff. I was hyperfixated on that game Dismantle. I stopped playing it and I haven't beaten it. And now I just can't get the groove again. Before that, it was Green Hell in VR. Before that, it was Subnautica. And before that, it was Minecraft. But none of them did I ever like go and complete everything. It was just playing the game like an extreme amount. I was saying this yesterday on my TikTok stream that I played Minecraft to the point when on my day off, I used to have 2 days off. I only have 1 day off now, but I used to have 2 days off a week. On my first day off, I would have the whole night to myself, and I would literally start playing at 9 p.m. and play until 5 in the morning straight in VR, Minecraft. It was an insane obsession. And then I beat the Ender Dragon, and then that was it. I was done. And then I just never played it again. Now I've started playing it again today, but like that hyperfixation, gone. Okay, I'm on my way, Alana. I'm on my way. All right, everybody, I have to go. I got to get out of here. I will be, hopefully, if Nora is not at school, I will be live tomorrow on TikTok. I will see you then. As you saw, Alana's done, so I have to get out of here because she's just standing there. She has nothing to do and nowhere to stand when she's done. So I am on my way. I have to go. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Chadley, I love what you're doing with the stitching. It looks so cool. Love it. It looks amazing. I'm going to have to, like, when I have money and I have money to burn, I'm going to contact you about getting one of those because I think it looks awesome and I will patiently wait for it. Seven, thank you so much for the raid. Everybody who came in on the raid, I really appreciate it. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it is Retro for the first time there, just like it is here on YouTube and on Twitch, everywhere. All right, thank you all so much. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the jump scares, and I'm sorry if I burst your eardrums. All right, see you soon.